The stock market. I hope I can explain a little bit of this to you about the stock market. Well, the way the economy works, we have a lower class people, we have a middle class people, and then we have an upper class people. Well, when they start talking about the stock market is making 2% profit, what they're talking about is these people, the middle class people here, are buying products and commodities and gas and all this stuff, and the upper class here is making money off of it and making 2%. Well, at the same time, in order for the upper class to make the 2%, they're hiring less people and making the lesser of the middle class people and making a smaller middle class, but they're making them work harder and produce more product or whatever it is to make them more profit. So, you know, you got the middle class was probably getting, 5 to 10% a year increase on their salary and stuff. Well, now it's a big fat zero. You don't get anything. And they're cutting down the middle class, and that's so they can still make money and still make a profit. So that's a little bit about what the stock market is about. Okay, so for the upper class to make more money, what they have to do is have a smaller workforce and make more money. So what happens to this middle class when you shrink it down? Well, you're adding over here to the lower class, which is not saying they're a lower class of people. They just have less money and less things. They can't buy more things. So now the lower class is growing, the middle class is shrinking, the upper class is kind of staying the same, about 3 to 4% of the population is the upper class. So, and they're controlling the money and all the wheels that turn. So this is what's happening. They're talking about China manipulating their currency and rigging the stock market. Okay, so what China did, I'm hoping you stay with me here. What China did was they bought about $1 trillion. It might have been a little less than that, but it was about $1 trillion of stock. They bought their stock back. And this is what you really need to listen to. When China the other day bought $1 trillion of their stock back, everybody in the American stock market and all the politicians and everyone, they were saying, whoa, they can't do that. They're manipulating the market. They're buying their own stock, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? The United States has been doing that since 2009. Since 2009, America the government has taken tax money from these people, tax money, and the government invested it in the stock market up to up to 2014. Now, how much you think they invested? Almost $4 trillion. $4 trillion. So when they get on there on whatever channel you want to say, and they talk about stocks and they're telling you about this and that, and they complain about China, which I'm not a fan of China, but China buys $1 trillion of their stocks to prop up their stock market. That's nothing compared to what we did. Our government bought $4 trillion. You don't hear nobody saying nothing about that. And the bad thing about it is, it's your tax dollars that you've paid in that your government, since 2009 to 2014, has bought $4 trillion worth of stock to prop up the stock market. So, yeah, the stock market's going to go down because we got a smaller working class. They're not making the money. You got somebody said 90 million people that are out of the workforce. That was not, so our whole group of people that are working is 90 million less than what it was in 2007. We got 90 million less workers. Less. So, when they talk about all these companies making a big profit and all that, which I'm all for making a profit, but I mean, how much more money can the banks and these big companies make without starting to hire more people and putting people to work? It's not right. It's backwards. And if the stock market goes down, it goes down. It needs to go down to about 5,000 to 8,000. That's right. I said 5,000 to 8,000 for the Dow. So chew on that for a while. Comment, tell me where I'm wrong, and hey, have a good day. This is Harold with WorldTVOnDemand.com, and this is my breakdown of what they're talking about when you're watching the channel where they're talking about stocks and stuff. Get away from talking about individual companies or whatever. It's government involvement, investing $4 trillion of tax dollars, and China's doing the same thing, investing $1 trillion of their tax money over there, which that's a whole different story. Anyway, I'll see you on my next video.